Hello, welcome back to Math Time with Professor Prime, and I'm your host as always, Professor Prime. And today we're going to talk about math and Pokemon. The focus is going to be on shiny Pokemon. So yeah, I'm going to have fun with it. So for a lot of you all, you probably know what shiny Pokemon are, but if you didn't, the idea is a shiny Pokemon is a Pokemon that has a different color than Pokemon of that species or whatever species it's from. And the idea is, while it doesn't give any statistical advantage in battle, they're really rare, and some of them look seriously cool. And if you're playing the games, there's always that cool effect that comes with them, where you get that flash of light and there's like stars and it makes a noise. I feel like I could have described that better, but anyway, it's cool. So that's the idea. That's what they are and how they appear in battle, right? Like so like I said, they're pretty rare. In earlier generations, the regular rate at which you could capture one, it was 1 out of 8,192. So it's pretty rare. In later generations, this ends up being lowered to 1 out of 4,096. So it's less rare than before, but still pretty rare, right? That's a really small number, so it's kind of crazy. Now, with that being said, right, there's math in just your ability to capture one, right? But there's math in terms of how a shiny is determined from game to game. And there's math and capturing that shiny, right? So one of the cool things is that even though you have like a base rate at which you can capture a shiny, or like base rate at which they appear, you can do things that will increase your odds of encountering a shiny Pokemon. One of the popular ones being the Masuda Method. And I'll leave a link or leave some links in the description if you get more curious about this stuff. So there's a lot of math in this, and it's like pretty cool. And there's a lot of time that goes into finding a shiny if you're going out of your way to. Shiny hunting is a thing. Some people are into it, and I think that's awesome. And some people make a big sport of doing that and have people following along with them. So in addition to the math that it takes to actually get those shinies, like if you're doing it, and let's say you're like a YouTuber, for instance, right? There's some money to be had potentially for you to be hunting down these shinies, because I guarantee you there are people who are into watching other people hunt, and there are people who really can make it entertaining. So there's a financial benefit to hunting shinies if you play your cards right, and I think that's pretty cool. So all that being said, you would think that they wouldn't necessarily catch on like they did, because not all shinies are guaranteed to look drastically different from their regular coloration. But the ones that do, they just really stand out, and they end up being so cool. And this is just math in all of it, and I think that's interesting. And then to add to all of it, um, so with Pokerus, there was an actual benefit for your Pokemon having it. And while there's no benefit to a Pokemon being shiny in our world, it's rare and they're cool. So there's things that you could do with that. And if you had shinies that you were willing to part with, you can use them to bargain for a better Pokemon, right? And the thing is, if you're someone who's been like hunting them, and you've gotten like a certain rhythm to that, and you're doing this method or that method, and maybe you have a shiny charm on top of that, then you can get used to the idea of like, hey, I'm going to get a certain amount of shinies, or I could reproduce what I wanted to, so I'm going to use these Pokemon that I acquire to change, to exchange for a better Pokemon. Or perhaps you could have people who have requests, and you can go shiny hunting and see what you could do with that and work out some sort of deal. So there's a lot of math in all of this. There's a lot of math in Pokemon. It is kind of crazy. So I don't want to belabor the point, right? So I'll just end by saying this: shiny Pokemon are cool. They're rare, and there's a lot of math that goes into finding them. There's a lot of math that goes into determining what sorry, what color a Pokemon is. Oh, there's a lot of math that goes into determining the color of a shiny, and there's a lot of math that goes into finding that shiny, but also potentially trading it with people. And there's a lot of money that could be made from shiny hunting if you know you do that well and you do that in an entertaining way and you have a large platform. So there's a lot of math in all of that. So yeah, shiny Pokemon. They've been around since Gen 2 and they never really stopped being awesome. Though I will say some people or some Pokemon have better shiny forms than others. That being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Professor Prime out.